This week, on the Season 1 finale of What the Heck, we check in with Tyler, talk playing outside, and bust out a game of Movie Quote Jeopardy. Crack a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Good evening and welcome to episode 24 of What the Heck, the Season 1 finale. For no other reason than we decided it's time to move on.
It's just that time.
Turn over a new leaf. I'm Collin Frederick here with What the Heck, Tyler Heck, as always. The man I can really just truly count on. I'm just kidding. Jake had a thing. But also, the wickedly talented. Do you remember the time John Travolta was introducing Idina Menzel and called her
Yes.
wickedly talented
But
Adele
then- yeah.
Dazeem?
I was like, but then totally butchered it. He had one job.
Katy Cook's here.
Hello.
Sup, girl?
What's up?
She, before we started, answered a FaceTime call with her family, and they were like, "Wait, what? Why are you? Really? You're going on the podcast?"
They asked if I was nervous.
Which is weird because this is what, episode
Like
4 that you've been on?
100?
Yeah.
You're an old pro.
You know,
Yeah.
no big deal.
Though it has been a while. It's been a while since
It's
we've
been
had
a
just
while.
a guest.
It's been
in
a long
general
time.
staying.
That's true. We really haven't.
Who was your last guest?
I
The
think,
superior
Probably Matt.
Reese?
I think it was. And
Which
that was a while
actually,
ago.
that feels like a really good time to do a little check-in overview of the What the Heck Fantasy League. I kicked his ass this week, so maybe he's not that superior after all. Some other stuff happened, but Tyler asked me to not talk about it. Will's doing still well, 5-1. Renee's still 5-1.
Man, what's going on in this league? I suck.
Where, where's your dad?
The old moldy leftovers?
Oh, that's it. He lost.
Yeah, as I said,
He
I think
lost last week,
again.
too.
Yeah.
It's 4-2. 73 points. It feels like he is trying to lose.
Well, he had.
is
I
he
think,
throwing the game?
Was this? I think this week he had like the whole New Orleans Saints offense was out. That's where he scores a lot of his points. Kamara especially.
Matt Stafford got him a hot 12 and was in his top performers.
Gosh, hey, at least they got a win though.
You hate to see it.
that is rough when your quarterback scores 12 and is in your top performer.
Yeah, he's number 2.
Then again, better than my quarterback with 3.7 this
Philip
week. so
Lindsay had 12. I had Derrick Henry this week, who did some grown man stuff.
He only ripped off his second career 90-plus yard touchdown.
Yeah, 44.4 for
He
that guy.
did you after that run? Did you see he's only the third running back ever in the history of the NFL with 2 90-plus yard touchdowns?
I can't believe he's that fast because he's a giant human.
Right. He is huge. Like this was actually funny during the halftime of the Packer game, which was like the only part I enjoyed.
Halftime, man, the Packers were good this week.
But Howie Long brought up how it's not fair to have Derrick Henry run the ball, and he should get one of the stripes that you have to wear in Pee Wee football when you're too big.
Although that's
'Cause
kind of a
he-
sore subject for me. I don't like to talk about stripes.
But you and Derrick Henry are essentially the same.
Hey, think what I could have been now if the Wolves didn't hold me
Right.
back and made me play center, and if I was 8 inches taller.
You could be almost like Derrick Henry.
But anyway, stuff that Katy cares about. Tyler's going to talk about some stuff, and then we're going to talk about playing outside because I don't really know what made me think of it today, but
Not the weather.
we recently engaged in a little touch football game, and Katy called us children. Yeah, you did.
I did not.
You literally said, "What are you, children?"
Yeah.
Oh.
That definitely came out of your mouth.
Well, I thought it was just you and Tyler. And then you're like, oh, I'm so sore from playing with, football with Tyler. I was like, did you just throw the ball around?
No, man.
But apparently there was a whole game I didn't
we
know
did.
about.
We were doing sports. But anyway,
Yeah,
we're going to
yeah.
talk about that. I was thinking about how great that was and how I wish that I could play outside every day.
You were hurting.
I know it was worth it, though. And I would hurt less if I did it more than once every 8 years.
Right. And
Were you sore?
Yeah, I was pretty sore for at least a day.
Mine was a couple
Like
of days.
Sunday was rough. Monday, like I was sore. Tuesday, I was probably just used to it.
Yeah, that could be.
I also didn't realize you were out there for 3-4 hours.
Oh, it was
At
quite
least
the game,
2.
quite a
It
game.
was pretty serious time.
I mean, we did take a small break in between, but still, like,
Hey, football has halftime, you know?
yeah.
that was valid. So we did that, and we'll talk about playing outside. And then I spent a lot of time, so I hope it doesn't suck, on Movie Quote Jeopardy. But before then, it just feels like maybe I should see Tyler, what the heck?
Tonight is, or this episode is, I think the perfect episode to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Because Jake's not here,
Ha!
and the reason I say that is he's not a big fan of what we're going to talk about.
Chippy.
So
Spooky season.
one of you is correct.
Nice.
It's
and
me.
it is not Chippy. So like we've talked about like favorite scary movies. We've done some Halloween talk. But this question was posed to me actually this weekend. Why do I like to get scared? Like, why do I like watching scary movies? Why do I like to go to haunted houses? And it kind of stumped me for a little bit.
That's
So
hard.
I would like to maybe hear why, because I know, well, I think both of you like scary movies.
I do. I
Yeah.
love it.
So I just would like to hear why, and then unless you'd like me to give my answer first.
It's up to you. Either you can go first or we'll have him start because I am ill prepared.
It's a good question. So why do you like being scared is the question?
Yeah.
Because I scare you often and you always yell at me.
That's different. Like if you jump out somewhere, I don't like that.
I don't even have to
But-
jump out. Katie does this thing where she'll
No.
be blow drying her hair. And
I
it's
can't
just
hear
oblivious.
anything. You need to like yell, "Hello, I'm coming in."
So I just, she blow dries her hair with the door open. So all I have to do is just walk into the room and
Okay,
she,
but
like,
you try to be super quiet too.
I don't have
And
to.
then I'm
You're
like, "Oh
holding
my
a
god."
motor next to your head.
I'm gonna probably end up hurting you one of these times.
Fine.
Anyways, that kind of scared, not a fan. But if it's like scary movies, haunted house,
Hold on.
scary podcasts, those are a thing, by the way.
Haunted house is like, I get that there's like different kinds of
Those are
scares,
jumpy,
but
too.
there's a lot of jump scares involved.
But it's still like the thrill of like walking through not knowing what's coming, but you know that something's
Just like the
coming.
thrill of blow drying your hair.
I
Exactly
guess.
the same.
I guess it is
Nice.
kind of, but I think it's just like a thrill. You can't get that anywhere else. It's a feeling that you don't get anywhere else unless you're watching a scary movie or something paranormal is happening to you, or so I guess it's the
Do you mean
adrenaline
in
rush.
a movie if something paranormal's happening to you?
No, in real life,
No.
that's a thing.
It's not
You just don't believe in it.
correct.
Open your mind.
This
No.
is an argument for a different episode.
Anyways,
Is paranormal stuff real?
so I guess I would say it's the thrill and the adrenaline rush that you get, and you can't find it anywhere else. I don't know.
Except the bathroom with a blow dryer.
True.
Oh, to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think, I agree. It is you don't get that feeling from anywhere else, like doing anything else. But I think it's also because like I know I'm watching a movie. Like it's just a movie. Or I know I'm going to a haunted house. Like, yeah, they're supposed to scare me, but it's not real.
Wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
haunted houses be way more lit if it happened in your house? Like if you just had to leave for a few
If-
hours
Yeah, and they switched it over and
and then you came home, or they didn't switch it over but just
But-
like still did terrifying stuff.
yeah, that would probably be more terrifying.
You know
For me.
what I've always thought about haunted houses?
You'd like to go to McCamey Manor.
No, I would hate that. But it seems like the perfect spot for any serial killer to go.
That is
100%.
always every
Why
time I've
is that
been
not
in
a thing?
line for a haunted house or a corn maze or whatever. There's always that thought of, what if some weirdo is here actually
Yes.
killing people?
Which
and
would-
people
and
would
you
let it
never know.
happen. I mean, not let it happen, but like,
they would.
Right.
would
They
be like-
wouldn't know.
oh, he's running at me with a chainsaw, which is very common at a haunted house.
Right.
And then, oh, there goes my head.
But
or
the only
my
thing is, like,
limb.
if it happened like that, like you're out in front of the crowd, they're going to be like, all right, that's probably not supposed to happen, especially the group that is with that particular person
Or
that
they'll
is
be like,
now
"Oh no,
covered
he
with
was
chainsaw."
roped. He's an actor.
Right, like a
They
lot of
found
people
him in the
around
parking
might
Those
be
are all
like, yeah, like
actors.
that might be fake, but the group is gonna start freaking out. But who knows? My thing was, what if it's like an actor, and I'm doing air quotes for everyone out and listening right here, that just snuck in with a legitimate like he's just there to pick people off of a group.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it until you're out and looking for them. You're like, oh, whatever. Like, we'll just wait around, and then, like, what happens?
And I
I've
like
seriously
how
thought about
happened
this
that,
so
at
many
anything
times.
that I've gone to.
how
but
easy would it be to like just like tuck somebody away in a spooky dark house or a
Right.
corn maze or
yeah, like some of the places
Well, that
that
would be
I've gone
found
to.
eventually, but yeah.
well with a combine.
Yeah,
They'll go missing, and the last place was there. That'd be fast.
but then the other thing is, who did it? Because
Right.
you have, honestly, they're gonna think, all right, well, here's the list of everyone that works here. It's probably one of them.
I've seriously thought about this, and that made me also think of it when you were talking about that dead zone in Utah or Idaho or whatever.
Ooh, nice.
Uh,
I can't wait for our upcoming trip
So it'd be that place or a haunted house if you want to do any
with an
of that
icicle.
biz.
Do any damage? Yes, with an icicle or an ice bullet or anything like that.
Yep.
But sorry, I got sidetracked.
No,
I just think
No,
of that when I go to haunted houses.
no, that's a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that none of you should go to haunted houses because that'll bring our listenership down if some of you start dying off.
Not many of them are open right now anyway. You're gonna have to wait till next year.
There is one in Janesville, the Haunted Forest or whatever.
Oh, that
it's
one
right
is
by
open this year?
Glen
I went there
I've
a
never
couple years
been.
ago. It
Is
was
it
pretty
good?
good. I enjoyed. There was one part where we were walking through, like a haunted school, because they have different buildings out there, and our group got split. And the group ahead of me, one of my friends told one of the child actors what my name was. Like,
Oh,
not
God.
Tyler. They started calling me Mr. Heck. So I'm like in an
in a
abandoned
school.
school.
Oh,
like,
that's
oh my
cool.
God. So that was
That's cool.
that was a little freaky, and it's like a choose your own path. So like, there's no one
Oh.
leading you. You just go, and sometimes you go to a dead end, and there's people waiting there, and then you have to. They like scare you back, and you have to pick.
It
a
must be
different path.
much larger than I think. I can't really. I mean, I see it
Um,
right off the road, but it doesn't look very big.
It goes. Well, I
Back.
don't know how far back it goes, but it took us probably an hour or so to get through it all.
Oh wow.
So
We should go to that.
We should start a haunted house in our house.
No,
Yes.
don't want that. We are not McCamey Manor.
Maybe we are.
Well, we don't have to go that crazy.
Yeah, we do. We'll pull nails off and stuff.
People, I feel like, make a lot of money on haunted houses, though.
Yeah.
Except
But
for McCamey
also-
Manor because it's dog food.
But also, I feel like you have to spend a lot of money for it to be good.
For sure, for it to be good,
Correct.
yes.
So I don't know how much really, what that profit margin really
And
looks like.
you're really only working. I mean,
Sure.
maybe a max of 8 weekends.
But some people, like the good ones, all their money, then some, is those few weekends.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, I
How
don't
do
know.
how do you think a haunted house would do in like March?
I still think people
Could you
would
keep
go.
Yeah.
it year round if you had a really good one?
If you had
There's
a
one
really
in Mount
good
I
one,
think it
Carroll.
would have to
you
be a
could.
good one.
Yeah.
There's one in Mount Carroll, of all the places, that has a year-round.
Interesting.
The only problem with that is so
That's
many
probably why the
haunted houses.
population
like
of Mount Carroll's
fun
blown
house.
up so much.
Haunted house thing, yeah.
I think so many haunted houses try to change up
Yeah,
their theme. That they don't want to stay open that long.
true.
But I think there's a couple that they'll stay open for like 3 or 4 months.
Mhm.
You know, maybe through November, and then the next 6 months is all right. Let's get ready for next year.
Next year.
I
and get
really
it
want to go
going.
to Universal. I hear that's amazing. For like the Halloween thing.
Oh, sure.
They go
That'd
all
be
out.
cool.
They're like supposedly one of the best.
Like
in the
McCamey
nation.
Manor.
No.
No.
But they were
If-
also on that documentary. There's a Netflix documentary about them, haunted houses. It's very interesting. And they're both on there.
Anyone out listening right now, McCamey Manor has been mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, some of you guys should go.
If
Let us
Do
know.
not.
if
do it
you
and let
do
us know how
not
it
like
goes.
scary, spooky, effed up
Torture?
stuff,
It's
do
torture.
not look it up.
Yeah,
but
it's
if you're
pretty
into this kind of
sadistic.
stuff, look up McCamey Manor because it is crazy. I will never. No one could pay me enough to do
No.
that.
You couldn't pay me like millions of dollars to do it.
I'll give everyone a gist of what
Yeah,
of what it is.
Just a little
okay?
rundown.
They only take. I don't remember the number of people every
Oh.
year, but it's like
Couple.
a very small number because they tailor it. Like you take a test and you tell them like your worst fears, and they tailor it the experience to you.
Right.
Ugh.
and it is like an 8 to 10 hour ordeal where you like get kidnapped
Tortured.
to start it. People have been tortured. Like they're allowed to do whatever they want. They've broken fingers. They've shaved people's heads. They've put heads in boxes full of what? Like it's just.
Yeah, I've
it's
seen
too
them.
far.
They'll bury you alive, like in a coffin.
Yeah, like legitimately.
And the
Very
guy,
I think that you have to pay to do it, don't you?
no, you
No, it's
Oh,
all
no,
paid
it's
dog
donations
food.
to the
foods. That's
for
right.
the
And
animal
the-
shelter.
Greyhounds or
The
whatever.
wife is a lawyer, so she knows all the right wording for
Yeah.
the contracts and stuff.
Yep.
And then the husband goes around and videotapes all of it, and is just such a crazy person.
Yeah, if you want some effed up
It's so
haunted
weird.
house stuff, look up McCamey
Just, like,
Manor
YouTube
because
it. It's-
man,
It's pretty
it is.
terrible.
It's legit torture, and I don't know why anyone would sign off on it. That is, you're being tortured, and nobody gets through it all.
Yeah, that's too much.
I don't think there ever has. I don't know.
I don't think anyone. Well,
And it's not really getting through it. You
they-
just like tap out at some point.
right, but I think like they
Oh,
don't let
and
you.
they don't
do
have
it.
to let you stop.
Right, like you.
There's no secret word.
in the contract, like you get to there's a secret word, but I don't know if you don't know
They,
it
like,
or if they just don't
have
care.
to listen.
Like
or
they don't
something.
have
You,
to
like-
stop because you signed the contract.
Right. There's no
Basically,
safe
until
word.
you die or pass out.
They
Which
haven't-
no
really-
one's died.
They haven't killed anyone yet.
But there have been
Yet.
I don't know.
a lot of
don't know.
injuries that, from what I don't know why I read up on it so much and watched so many of the videos because it is effed.
Yeah, it's some FS, bro. So let's talk about happier stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Also, is this a bad time? I forgot to mention a few things in the intro.
Oh, let's do it.
It's our show. Hell,
Yeah, we can
do whatever we want. Number one, Travis, my brother, has proposed a name for our fans. You know
Ooh.
how every good fan club has like a
A fan name.
catchy thing.
Yeah.
Hecklers.
Ooh,
That's pretty
I-
good.
enjoy that.
Pretty good.
That is. I'm
I
in.
dig it.
I'm in.
Good job, Travis.
Number two, he has proposed that we officially name Ben Haberlin the president of the Hecklers.
I would second that
Also-
motion.
Third
Which,
that.
especially his meme this week was so good.
That was. I
That
was
made my day.
half expecting it to just be like a pouty face.
right.
It was so much better.
That was
And
a,
it
a
was
full meme.
Perfect.
So there you have it, Hecklers. Bow down to Ben because he's in charge of you. Okay, I'm back in. So when you're a kid or when you're an adult, sometimes it's appropriate to play outside. Katie apparently doesn't think so.
It's always appropriate to play outside.
No, I agree. I just thought it was funny.
We're grown-ups,
That's
all
all.
She
right?
laughed at us the whole time we were over there.
She did.
I wish I would have gone and
Pouring
watched,
our blood,
actually.
sweat, and
I think I was
tears on
working,
that
wasn't I?
field.
I don't know what
Because
you
I
were
didn't
doing.
realize how long you were gone, and then I
Yeah,
was like,
you had to go
"You were
work
there for
because
4
we.
hours?"
Oh,
we
yeah,
ate-
yeah,
She had
yeah.
to leave right after.
Because we had the subway speed emergency.
Yeah.
We got locked outside a subway.
Someone couldn't pull on a door hard enough to get us in.
What?
All right. Well, at first,
I missed all this.
the first time I went to the door, it was actually I was there too early, so it was locked. The second time I went to the door, I just didn't pull hard enough, so I assumed it was still locked. And then some old guy walked in and ended up getting in line in front of us, and it was dumb.
And to add to the timeliness, they were also in charge of making
Oh
like
my God.
60
Yeah.
foot-long subs for pickup and a bunch of party platters.
Yeah, it
so
was
they had
just
just
too
bread
much.
and sandwiches
Oh.
everywhere.
That was for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah.
So
Got
that happened.
So
that was the day
started
that
off the long day of
that was a long day. We spent the
We
entire day
accomplished
doing fun activities.
so much.
It was a very productive day. But they don't care about that. They only care about playing outside. Was that a thing that like your parents made you do?
Yes.
I don't know if, like, I think we just did it. I
Did it
don't
on your own?
remember. Like, there were probably times where we were in the house too much for whatever reason and they kicked us out. But a lot of the time I feel like we just went out and did stuff on our own.
The thing I remember the most is like the only thing we had to really do inside in my childhood was play Super Nintendo, which pretty good activity.
That's yeah.
But we could only do it if it was raining and only for whatever, an hour or something. So that was pretty limited. So if it was not raining, like we couldn't play video games and had to go outside, which I don't hate.
Yeah.
Someday when I'm a parent in this world of kids just playing with iPads from the time they're an infant, I think I kind of dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But they won't have anyone to play with because everyone else's kids stay inside on iPads.
Well, better have a lot of kids.
You hear that?
Yeah, I feel like people don't play outside as much anymore.
That's what I'm
It's
thinking.
kind of really disappointing.
It is.
Like you used to, even like back in high school or college, like when I went home, like there was kids always like outside. It felt like
Right.
But I feel like it's a
But-
parent thing too, because I know some parents that make them go outside,
yeah.
and then others that would rather
do
the
crystal
iPad
meth.
Just-
in
yeah.
front and turn the TV on, and
The
then
two
do that. I guess
extremes.
proceed to do crystal meth.
I also understand. Do you? That is it probably partly due to the world being full of crazy, scary people now?
Yes.
That also was my thought, because like we rarely stayed at one place if we were outside.
Right.
Like we always would just go from house to house, and it was fine because
Mhm.
like we lived in the same neighborhood, and
Yeah.
even sometimes we went down to just some big random field
Yep.
right next to the highway, and like we never had to worry about it
Mhm.
or think. I mean, maybe people worried about it, but I didn't think about it.
So I assume that that's got to be at least part of this
I
situation,
I would think so.
which makes me
I
sad.
think Jake would have a lot of input on this.
That's probably
Mhm.
true.
Mhm.
Although Jake always makes his kids go outside and bubble wrap anyway.
That's not true.
It is. No, I'm just kidding. Carter played with us actually. Tyler broke his leg in half with
Yeah,
a
I think
sick
he-
juke move.
I think he'll be back off the crutches tomorrow.
He didn't really break his leg, but it sure looked like
Yeah.
it. The way that Tyler just dropped him into a melty pile of mush.
Honestly, I'm glad he wasn't injured after that, because I would have felt a little bit terrible.
pretty much just rude.
I probably would
to
have
do
lost
him
my
like
job.
that. You might have. Your moves are too dope. You got to get out of here.
Maybe someone in the NFL needs a running back like me.
I'm thinking so. I am
Oh.
expecting that's the
the
case.
Jets just got rid of a running back, so they're down one.
That's true. I think you got a
And
shot.
They
You
can't
got
do
a
much
good shot.
worse.
I missed the days when like you could tell where people were based on where like the bikes were laying, like in front of whose house, and you always just knew whose bike was what. So you'd be like, "Oh man, Tyler's here," then just go hang out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There weren't many of us that, like, I rode a bike, and a couple of my friends did, but a lot of them didn't. Or, like, some of the friends we hung out with lived across town and didn't bike.
Mhm.
Like, they'd get dropped off.
Interesting. I suppose you lived in the big city of Burlingtown.
I mean, we probably could have biked.
I made
But-
it. I even specifically called out a line about biker gangs
I was gonna
because
say.
we.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's just talking about kids on bikes, not real biker
Okay,
gangs.
bicycles, not
Yeah.
motorcycles.
No, we rode bikes everywhere. That was like the cool deal.
Mhm.
You want to ride our bikes to the gas station? Like what?
That wasn't really a thing for us because our neighborhood had so many kids, and you know our neighborhood, it's not that big, but they all had kids at the same age, and so all of us would get together at someone's house. I guess you could bicycle to their house, but it wasn't like very far. Everyone would just walk.
Did you bicycle or did you ride a bike?
Bicycle.
Is bicycle a verb?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
that's when you lay on your back with your feet in the air and you do that exercise.
Oh, bicycles.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
To
I don't
and
know how
from.
you were getting to and from those houses. You guys were bicycle masters.
But yeah, so we would always get together and play a ton of different games.
Oh no,
Mostly hockey.
which is an interesting.
Field hockey
choice.
in our driveway. We even got for Christmas hockey nets for both sides of the driveway Dad rigged it at first for 2 boards put together, and then the garbage can lid behind it.
That sounds like a Mark Cook special.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like a lean-to,
And
frankly.
then it was kind of. And then for Christmas, we got the hockey sticks and nets for like all the kids in the neighborhood, and it was great.
I own a hockey stick that I bought when I worked at Dick's Sport Shack in college. And I took it to the park one time because I lived right by a park with an ice rink because, Minnesota.
Yeah.
But my ice skates really hurt my feet a lot, so that was pretty short-lived. And I haven't used it since or been on my skates. But I still got it. So maybe this winter, now that I, again, live right across from an ice rink.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
You could go challenge the kids to hockey
I'm
instead
gonna,
of football.
You're coming. We're having a what the heck ice hockey league.
I'll have to get some skates.
Fine. Make it happen.
I think, actually, so now that I thought about it a little more, I think we played some hockey, some roller hockey out in the old.
I feel like my brothers
dead
did,
Get your
and then it
blades
was
on.
Yeah.
then it was dead by the time I did it.
we didn't do it often, but like I specifically remember doing it.
That was
At
like our
least a little
go-to
bit.
game.
Oh, ours was
Till we got a tree house.
nearly exclusively tackle football.
Yes, that's
And if it was rainy, then you played knee tackle football in your house, where you just crawled around on your knees and still crushed people. And if it was snowy out, then you played snow football, which might have been my favorite.
that was always you were always freeze like you
And-
never wore enough clothes.
And oh, really? I was always sweaty because it was
Well,
the most exhausting thing of my
Sweaty,
life.
but like I feel like hands
Hands get cold and your
feet.
face after you go down in the snow a lot of
Yeah.
times.
Like I was always cold, but it was always worth it every time.
Sharon has a pretty neat little sledding hill, like just designated for sledding. So that was always a cool thing. But when we were feeling real frisky, we'd play tackle football or snow football on like up and down the sledding hill. So that like if you were playing defense going up the hill, then you just took out everybody's legs and rolled them down the hill. Or if you were coming down the hill, then you just hurled your body into people. It
That-
was honestly awesome.
Sounds like so much fun.
We had a couple sledding hills in Savannah that everyone would congregate at. The
Did
high
you-
school and Swiss Colony. Swiss Colonies was like straight down. A
I
lot of
like
parents
that.
wouldn't let some of their kids go to that.
Well, those
one.
parents sound like squares.
They're probably the kids who didn't, or
And
parents
we
that
built-
didn't make their kids go outside.
Exactly.
So it was like right next to a parking lot where they would plow and there'd be that massive mound. And so right under that hill, you then hit that massive mound, and it's like this ginormous ramp. That,
Right into the parking lot.
that so many
Nice.
people like would get hurt on.
That sounds awful.
It
That
was
sounds
so
awesome.
fun,
Can we
though.
go there?
We used to, we played Sled Wars. So, like, word would go around at school that after school we were playing Sled Wars. So you'd, like, go home and change and get your sled and go to the hill. And, like, it would start with everybody in a line at the top of the hill. And the rule was you just had to be on a sled at the bottom, and then you continued on to the next round. So you're, like, jumping onto other people's and wrestling them
Throwing 'em
off
off.
and putting them in chokeholds. And, like, it was so great.
That sounds awesome as well.
Kids today just don't do cool shit anymore.
No,
They might. We just don't know it.
maybe. Any
I feel-
Timmy,
if
hold
it-
on.
Yeah.
Timmy,
If you're
where
not,
are you at?
If you're not dead,
Is this a thing you do? Let us know.
probably not.
Write us a letter and let us know what you.
He's probably like,
what you're
no,
doing."
my hot mom doesn't let me play outside.
That's true. Well, she's too busy cleaning those $100,000 cars.
Seriously, it's busy. It's a busy job, and flinging her underwear across the room.
No, that was him, wasn't it?
Yeah,
She's doing it back to try and hit him.
Yeah.
cool. So the gist of this story is that I really just miss playing outside, and I'd like to do it more. So really what this is it serves as an advertisement that if you out there in podcast world, if you're old or not old, would like to take on what the heck in a game of football before the snow flies or after the snow flies, but
Yeah.
preferably before, let us know. We'll see you at the school.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. You're toast. You don't stand a chance.
I don't think any of the hecklers could beat us.
Doubt it. You get to pick your 3 best. Do your worst. The
And-
problem is that we got to, if we start to pick up the level of competition, I think we're going to need to incorporate more breaks because we're old and out of shape.
Well, we can switch to quarters.
Sweet Peter. That was tiring.
I can get us into the press box and get the camera. Get the board working. I think
That would
Put
be
some
good.
time
We'll
on
get the
clock.
scoreboard. Katie can run the scoreboard
I'll do that.
and the music. And you
Okay.
can be the play-by-play announcer.
We could maybe
That
get.
I will not do.
Well, we'll find.
I
someone.
don't know enough about football to do that.
That's fine.
We'll probably Facebook
And
Live
Tyler
our
has the
next
ball.
game too.
Now Collin
Maybe
has
we
the
could
ball.
get someone to be our videographer.
That'd be good. If someone wants to, all right. If you have a group of 4, one of you has to volunteer to run the video.
Can't you just
Teams of
set the
3.
video up where I'm doing the scoreboard and let it go?
Well,
Well, someone's gonna have to maybe move it.
this is highly technical.
Move it.
We're
But isn't that like high up? You're like looking down on the field? You
Yeah,
can
but if
see
we're
all
going
of
to
it.
Facebook Live, we're going to need a cell phone.
Yeah, we're gonna need someone on the sidelines.
We want to stream.
Oh, you want like
We want to stream
legit
it so that people
footage.
can watch it at home.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
well,
I
it's
think
it's Sunday afternoon. We
everybody
better
would
turn on the
do
What the Heck
that.
Yeah,
football
we're
league.
gonna rival.
Let's
the
do
NFL.
that.
for
Let's-
sure tune in.
We should have really started this before it was winter time. But I'm interested in a What the Heck touch football league. So
We can maybe start that up in the spring since we're having spring football anyway.
spring football. Katie's touching her head.
I don't think she wants us to. She's looking
It's
at
gonna
us
be
like we're
great.
children.
I don't listen.
Well,
We're just trying to play pick-up football against community members. It seems like a good
Yeah.
plan to me.
yeah, I think you'll get a lot of interest.
I bet we will.
Travis was mad that he was unavailable that day.
Well,
He wanted to come ball out.
when he comes back, but he's on our team.
The
Yeah,
president
dibs.
of the hecklers could probably form a group.
That's who
To
I'm
play
thinking would
against ya.
probably do it.
He'd probably do it. We could get him in. It'll be fine.
If you have more than a group of 3, that's fine. We can find
yeah, it'll be
others
fine.
to be
we'll,
on our
yeah,
team.
we'll add to our team.
Yeah.
We'll get Travis
just
and
gotta give
Ben.
us a
If
heads
the whole
up.
town shows up, they'll make it work.
Yeah.
We'll have a pig roast.
We'll do a tournament.
Yeah. Well, pig roast. If there's more than one team, we'll tournament it up.
If you want, we
We
can
can
rent
round robin it.
we can rent in a giant inflatable slide.
Yeah.
Make a whole deal of it.
This sounds fun.
It kind of feels like What the Heck is becoming a bit of a community staple.
It's- yeah, I think so.
I think that once we start holding fundraisers for local causes, I think that we're really going to be the charity people can get behind. Maybe you know what? I think I'm going to start working on in earnest. Is that an appropriate use of the term?
What are you trying to
To
say?
work
Yeah, I
on
think
in
so.
earnest. Once season 2 starts, I think I'll start working on apparel.
Yeah. And with that apparel comes What the Heck football jerseys.
With great apparel comes great responsibility. If they can get Buffalo Wild Wings jerseys, we can get
Right?
What the Heck jerseys.
Yeah. They can't be that expensive.
You can all just pick out a number. I'm number 42. You can't have
Well,
that number.
No, I think they're only for us. For the
Well,
the
yeah.
games.
You guys
Well,
can just
actually,
wear the enemies can just wear like the smelly
But I
pennies
wouldn't pay.
Yeah,
from gym
Or
class.
I wouldn't play. Not pay. I would
What?
pay. I wouldn't play. I would want one.
Well,
Well,
then
I
you're
So
think
what
gonna
I'm
we'll-
saying
we're
is,
gonna get you
don't
a-
I get one?
I think we'll have 2 jerseys. We'll have the apparel jerseys so that our fans can wear
There
Yeah.
you go.
the jerseys.
That's
Like-
a
and
good
then
idea.
we'll
Like
get
not-
our football jerseys.
like not quite game quality.
Yeah, they're like the next step down.
Yeah.
No, I want game quality,
No.
and I'm a fan.
Well,
I'd like to
you're
get
gonna have
you
to buy
into
your
a
own.
bright orange What the Heck cheerleader outfit.
Not happening. Absolutely not. Moving on. Next topic.
Boy.
Next.
I'll put a mock-up of that
Next.
on our Facebook.
Next.
Boy, that's gonna be nice.
Nope.
It'll blend right
Done.
in with your red hair.
Done.
I'm excited.
So anyway, Katy came on, and she's a big movie gal. And Tyler has beat the hell out of Jake the last time we did a movie thing in Jeopardy. So I assume that he probably knows some stuff. So I've designed a game. I did this one not really in like Jeopardy phrasing format, so don't worry. But I still am really digging this Jeopardy game generator that I've been using, so I went with it.
Those are nice.
That's great.
Mhm.
So the way that this works is the categories are actors. Okay?
Oh. So then you get the movie.
So within that, I will give you a quote by that actor's character, and I need you to tell me the name of the character and the movie.
Oh, that's hard.
If you can only get one of the two, you only get 1/2 of the points.
That
So
makes sense.
you pick an actor and then you read just a quote. You don't say anything else.
Correct.
And then we guess character and movie.
Yep.
That's difficult. Okay. I'm in.
The categories are Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Tim Allen, Paul Rudd, and Steve Carell.
Oh, okay.
It's 3/4 of Anchorman right there.
I know.
Oh yeah.
So,
So these are just. It can be TV shows, movies,
they're all movies.
or it's just movies.
Only movies.
Okay.
1 through 500. So that excludes Home Improvement, The Office,
Yep.
any shows that
Well, that's what I
anyone
was
else
thinking
is
with
on.
Steve Carell. I'm like, oh,
Well,
I'm
and
not gonna know the
I was
Office
also
ones.
thinking that with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But-
And,
Last Man Standing.
I love that show.
Well, that
Tim
and
Allen.
Home Improvement.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Ladies first. Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Tim Allen, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell.
Let's go. Will Ferrell, 200.
Oh, you little bugger. I swear I'm so pissed off at my mom. As soon as she's of age, I'm putting her in a home.
Beep.
Yes?
Wait, we didn't do our
Oh, you rascal. What's your sound?
beep.
Oh,
That's what I just went.
all right.
That would be Step Brothers,
Yes.
and Will Ferrell. Oh geez,
Oh.
was Black Hawk.
Well, that wasn't his real name.
Well, that's what I think of them as in that movie. Oh wait, Brennan.
Brennan
Yes.
Huff. That's correct.
He
I
was
just
Nighthawk.
know
It was, yeah,
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
I was like, what?
You have to call me Dragon.
I just think of them as that name, just for some reason.
All right. Nice work, honey. You're on the board.
Yay. Okay. Will Ferrell, 300.
Oh, boy. Leaving 100 in the dust. I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR.
Ah.
Yes?
Buddy the Elf
Oh,
from
yeah.
Elf.
Correct.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
It's almost Elf season.
It's always Elf season. That is my favorite Christmas movie, and I watch
I-
it about 600 times a year.
Love Elf.
So good.
That is a good one.
Let's have a what the heck elf watching party. We can drink hot
Yes.
cocoa
Stuff
and
cookies in the
sing
VCR.
songs. Yeah, we'll get a VCR from Goodwill
Can we
and
maybe
put
eat
cookies in
some spaghetti with syrup and
Oh my gosh, Mark Miller does
candy,
that every
candy
season.
canes,
when
candy
he watches
corns,
that.
and syrup.
really? That's really?
I don't know if he does it every time, but he has done that a few times.
I'd
and
like to
taken
get
photos.
Mark Miller on the show.
He does.
He should
candy
definitely
and syrup
join.
And
He doesn't listen probably, but he
I don't
should
think so.
A, start listening, and B, come on the show. I'll tag him in this post when I share it, and then I'll tell him.
Yeah. And C, join the Elf watching party and eat
Yes,
maple syrup
he could
spaghetti.
be
Bingo.
the chef of that.
And
All
bring
right.
Michael, because he's fun.
Cool.
Katie.
What?
No, I lied.
It's Tyler.
Wow,
Tyler.
that hurts.
Sorry.
We're
Already
gonna stay Will
forgotten.
Ferrell, but go back to 100.
How
Oh, boy.
reasonable of you. Discovered by the Germans in 1904, they named it San Diego,
Beep.
which of course in German means a
Beep.
whale's vagina.
I don't know. That was pretty close.
I think you got it.
Anchorman, Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Who put a question mark on the teleprompter? You know he reads everything.
KT.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Will Ferrell, 400.
Gator don't take no shit.
Beep?
I can't remember his name, but it's from the other guys.
It is.
Oh. Yeah, the name is hard for those movies.
I know.
I can't remember.
Detective Alan Gamble.
Ah,
Mm,
okay.
I would not
So
have thought of
I'll
that.
give you 200.
I'll take it. Let's say Will Ferrell for 500.
500.
Well, let me just quote the late great Colonel Sanders, who said, "I'm too drunk to taste this chicken."
Oh, I know now. I don't know his name, though.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
Ricky Bobby.
plays Ricky Bobby.
Yep. I thought the last one was Talladega Nights. The
I,
Gator.
yeah, when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's one of the commercials. But
No.
then I heard the whole thing.
Pimps don't cry.
I haven't seen that
what
movie in a long
great
time.
movie.
It's been a while.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
Thanks for the F Shack. Adam Sandler, Tim Allen, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell. What the heck do you want?
I'm going to go Paul Rudd 100. I think that's going to be the toughest one.
These are going to be the hardest. I don't know his character really.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time. Yes.
It's from Anchorman.
Yeah.
I don't know his character. In that, his name.
I know Champ was the one guy on here we don't have because he's the sports guy.
Yeah.
Brick was
Steve Carell.
I just know him as the Black Panther.
Yeah. Sex Panther? I don't know.
Sex Panther.
I don't know.
Brian Fantana.
Oh. Yep.
That movie.
That's a funny one too. All of them. I'm losing by a lot.
Hey,
It's fine.
somebody has to.
I only got half points on some of them, though.
It's fine.
Paul Rudd, 200.
Ugh.
Here's your chance. Slap at the bass,
Beep!
man.
I love you, man. But I don't know his character.
She just made me watch that movie for the first time
It's
recently.
Oh my
so
gosh,
It was
funny.
so good.
So good.
Oh.
I'm just gonna call him Jobin, even though that's what he calls the other guy. I don't know his name.
It's Pete.
Pete.
Something.
Oh yeah.
Peter
Pistol Pete.
Clavin.
Yep. Pistol Pete. Yep.
Joven. What? What was that?
I'll see ya when I see ya.
Katie, you're still up.
Oh, let's do Adam Sandler for 200.
You little bugger. Why don't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass, ball.
That would be from the movie Happy Gilmore, where he plays the character Happy Gilmore.
That's correct.
I didn't know that one.
He's yelling at a golf
I love
ball.
that movie, but I don't remember that.
That's he gets down on the green. He's really yelling
Because it
behind
won't
it.
go in the ball. Or in the hole.
The whole.
That's
the
when he
ball.
talks to, or that one guy. Just gotta put it in its home.
Tap.
Just give it a little tappy.
Oh, tap, tap, taparoo.
We're going back to Paul Rudd for 300.
Any of you would throw me under the bus for a bigger bonus, but Barry would throw
Beep.
throw himself under a car to protect a mouse that was already dead.
Oh.
I regret this.
I immediately regret my decision.
I regret it. I thought it was I Love You Man, Pete, but it's not.
It is from the movie Dinner with Schmucks.
Yep.
Oh,
But I do not remember his name in that one.
Tim.
Tim.
Tim and Barry.
That's a good movie.
That I watched it once and I thought, wow, this is dumb. And then I watched it again, not remembering that I watched it once before, and I thought it was actually a good movie.
There's some funny parts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just watched it recently, didn't we? Kinda.
Yeah,
It's.
kinda.
I feel like it's on TV more
Quite a lot.
often than a lot of his other movies.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, 400.
Get off Paul Rudd, please.
Gotta finish it up.
You're killing the Paul Rudd.
No, I like to rock and roll all night and part of every day. I usually have errands. I can only rock from like 1 to 3.
Gosh, I just watched it. It's Role Models.
Yeah.
Why can't I think
That's the
of-
movie where they LARP.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I think it looks
Did we?
so
No,
dumb.
we didn't watch that.
I don't think so. We watched Walk Hard,
Oh, yeah.
a Dewey Cox story.
I can't remember.
His name's
Gosh.
Danny.
Danny.
A part of every day.
Are you doing Paul Rudd again? Or just
Yeah, we're
finish him off.
We're going to finish
Just
him off.
Finish.
500.
Get him out of here.
This one you might not get, but I actually really enjoy this movie. First of all, I don't get worked up over Mad Men. What Don Draper has gone through beats whatever Jack is running from on some fucking island. I'll give you a hint because it's hard. Do you need a hint?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know
take a
Paul
hint.
Rudd movies.
He's married to Leslie Mann. Yes.
Is that from Knocked Up?
No.
Oh,
Is Paul
From
Rudd
the
in
other
that?
one. Yes,
yeah,
he
he's.
is. And I almost had a quote. He is married to Leslie Mann in that
Yeah.
movie as well.
So now I know what movie or what it is now though.
It's from This Is 40. His name's
Oh.
also Pete.
He plays a lot.
That's
Oh, that's.
That's the one where
I think I saw that one time.
he's like riding a bike and he runs into a guy's open door and
I
then
don't even
freaks
remember
out.
that movie.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie.
I thought Wanderlust would be on here.
I've never heard of her.
Paul Rudd
I don't
and
know if
Jennifer Aniston.
I've seen that either.
That's where he's in the mirror doing the. It's actually inappropriate to say. Never mind.
That's fine.
We have some sensitive ears out here. No, we don't.
It's really funny.
All right.
That's really the only really funny part of the movie, but it's like known for that scene
I'm not
where he's in the
familiar.
mirror
I'll have to watch it.
talking to
also-
himself, giving him a pep talk.
I almost included Knocked Up on here, and I didn't. I'm sorry. I let you down.
Oh, that's okay. It happens.
Katie,
Let's get out of Paul Rudd. All right, we're done with him.
we're in a
Yeah,
bit of a
he's
rut.
done.
Moving on. My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did we finish Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to cross him off.
She's over
Adam-
there taking notes.
I am. Adam, well, I don't remember otherwise. Adam Sandler, 100?
Yeah, that's right.
If we'd stop jumping around, it wouldn't be that hard.
I know. Well, we started it, and then I'm like, I want to get out of Paul Rudd. I was doing bad.
And by the way, Mama, alligators are ornery because of
Ooh,
their medulla oblongata.
My beep was not right.
It was broken. Tyler was first. Anyway.
That
Ah!
is the Water Boy.
Yeah.
Yup.
Why can't I?
I
Oh,
don't-
Bobby Boucher.
That's correct.
Almost messed that one up.
And I like football.
If my beep would have been right, I would have gotten that.
And I like Vicky Valancourt. And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
Oh, he just has so much range, but
So
still
good.
plays the
But it's
same
the
exact
same.
guy.
So
every
little
Every time.
range, but it's great.
Adam Sandler for 300.
It's too damn hot for a penguin to just be walking around here. I gotta knock him back, or I gotta send him back to the South Pole.
Beep? I don't think I know that, actually.
There's a penguin.
That's why I thought maybe it was, oh my god, why can't I think of the name? Where he has the black foot.
Oh.
Big Daddy. Nope, that's different.
That's not the one with the black foot.
Nor is it
Big Daddy is
nor
with
is it
Steve,
this one.
Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're just,
I don't know.
For the only movie I can think of with a penguin is 50 First Dates.
oh, no.
Oh,
Billy
yeah,
Madison.
With Drew Barrymore.
Oh, oh my gosh. Okay,
I don't remember Billy Madison at all.
It's pretty good.
that's a good one.
I always get that one confused with Happy Gilmore because I feel like they're the same.
Pretty similar.
Like,
Yeah, kind of. They came out at like the exact same time. I feel.
I actually was just, I heard like an excerpt from a podcast that like Jason,
why can't I think of the one with
what
black
the
foot?
hell's his name? You know the one. Jason Bateman.
Oh,
and I think also
yeah.
Jason Sudeikis, maybe. There's a couple of those guys that do
Just
a
a bunch of
podcast,
Jasons.
and they just interviewed Adam Sandler, and he was talking about the story of like how those movies came to be made, and it was kind of interesting.
Wait, those two are on a podcast together? I love them.
I'm pretty sure. I'll find the podcast. They were just talking about it on the
Because
Ben
they're in
Skin Show.
Horrible Bosses together.
I know.
I love them.
I'll see if I
Oh,
can
yeah.
find it. Anyway, one of you that Katy guessed and got it wrong, so Tyler.
Adam Sandler for 400. Yeah.
Having a kid is great as long as his eyes are closed and he's not moving or speaking, which
Eat.
that feels like a thing that parents probably generally feel.
And say.
Yes?
Dude. That I'm going to say Big Daddy.
You're correct. Do you know his name?
Nope.
Sonny. Sonny
Oh.
Koufax.
I thought that was a... No, that's... Yep. What's the kid's name in that?
Julian.
Yep.
Wow, I don't know how I remember
That was-
information.
He was the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody kids.
Yeah, both.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
That's funny.
All right. Katie.
I only got a point. Haven't, like, the whole game. Adam Sandler, 4 or 5?
5.
5.
But the worst thing is that me, Fatty, Sideburns Lady, and the mutants over at Table 9 will never ever find a way to better the situation because apparently we have nothing to offer the opposite sex. I'm willing to offer a hint on this because it's my mom's favorite movie.
Can you say it one more time?
But the worst thing is that me, Fatty, Sideburns Lady, and the mutants over at Table 9 will never ever find a way to better the situation because apparently we have nothing to offer the opposite sex.
First thing that comes to my mind is Big Daddy when he's in Hooters, but I don't think that's.
I don't
correct.
have anything on here twice, I should say.
Hmm.
Would you like your hint?
Yeah.
Somebody kill me, please.
Oh, beep.
Yes?
Wedding singer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And
but
I don't know his name in that either.
Robbie Hart.
Ah.
I almost had a quote about Julia Gulia.
I love that movie.
I'm Mrs. Julia Gulia.
That's a good one.
Also, it was Mr. Deeds, the movie.
Yeah,
Mr. Deeds.
where he's rich. Yeah.
Like Blackfoot, I don't know.
Tim
There's
Allen,
like a time
Steve
era that I
Carell.
get all of his mixed up because they all came out at the same time.
Yes.
and now this time era, I just think of Grown Ups.
Yes.
I know. I was surprised that wasn't on there.
I thought about it. I love Grown Ups.
I was thinking like grown-ups, but I don't know what you would pick
Right.
that you would like. All of those are pretty.
Yeah, there's not
For the
like
most part,
any
they're pretty
set-
easy to figure. Yeah.
Right.
You don't really quote grown-ups too much.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe.
Tim Allen, Steve Carell.
Let's go Tim Allen.
Forgot about Tim Allen.
I know. I don't know that I'm gonna do well in this. Tim Allen, 100. Start off easy.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say because there's preschool toys present.
That is. Do I have to know which one in particular?
Well,
Like it's from Toy Story.
yeah, I picked the first one so that we didn't run into
Okay,
any
that's
problems.
all right. And he is Buzz Lightyear.
That is correct.
Well, thank God that's out of the way because I wouldn't.
That was the only
know.
one I was waiting
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But let's stay Tim Allen for 200.
Fella, if you can hear me, I'm just looking for identification. As soon as I find out who you are, I'll give you a lift back
Beep.
to the mall.
Santa Claus.
Yeah?
Santa.
But what's
He's Santa. I get that. He is Santa Claus. I don't know his name.
He gets the monogrammed PJs with SC, which might stand for Santa Claus, or it might stand for...
Stan. I don't know. I only know him as
Scott
Santa Claus.
Calvin.
Scott
Oh, yeah.
Calvin, indeed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did I get
But
that?
I'll give
Yeah.
her the points for Santa.
Yep.
Because he's
Technically.
he's
Claus.
not at the point of that,
Right, when he finds the guy in his yard.
but that's fine.
Those are good. The first one's the best.
Agreed.
Tim Allen, 300.
As odd as it sounds, I didn't think to... This is another... I'll give you a hint later if you need it. As odd as it sounds, I didn't think to ask the butcher where the chocolate was.
God, I gotta think of Tim Allen movies.
I've got a real deep one, but it's not this one. It's definitely not.
My hint would be that this is another of my favorite annual Christmas movies that I watch.
He's in another Christmas movie
I
outside
can
of
only think of
Claus.
Santa Claus.
I got a real
Do you have Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3, or is it just? It's just
Just the one.
one time. Okay. Tim Allen, is he like a main character?
Yep. Co-star with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, beep.
Yes?
Christmas with the Cranks.
That's correct. Do you happen to remember his name?
Oh,
Heck no.
something crank.
Luther.
Huh.
Mr.
I
Crank, I should have said.
Totally
That's not
forgot
wrong.
about that movie.
I very much enjoy that movie.
That's a good one.
400?
Yeah.
Did you ever wake up one morning and wonder what happened to your life? You know, I thought all my life would be an adventure. All of a sudden, I'm a suburban dentist.
Is that Wild Hogs?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good
I
movie.
don't remember his name in that.
He's
though.
Doug.
Oh, I totally forgot about that movie.
That is not the movie I had in the back of my mind.
I
though.
totally forgot about him in
Yeah.
that.
I love Wild Hogs.
That's a good one. That's a good group of guys too.
Yeah, that would be what the heck if we had a biker gang.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I always picture that as my dad, Ronnie, Matt, and Denny.
I like it when he gets the what's his face gets William H. Macy gets the apple tattoo. All right, this one's hard. This one you may be the one you're thinking of, or maybe not.
This is a 500.
Yeah, 500. Before you pee, you lift the seat. After you pee, you put the seat back down. Females and tribes start war over this. Many deaths.
True that. But I have no idea.
Now I just had a second one pop into my head because it's not the one I was thinking of.
I literally can't think of a single Tim Allen movie.
I'm gonna go with Jungle to Jungle.
Correct.
What? I don't even know what that movie is.
And I have no idea what his name is.
His name's Michael.
That's a good guess.
I don't know
I don't even know
how.
that movie.
So the movie I was thinking of was Galaxy Quest.
Yep, and I almost included
Um,
Galaxy Quest. I purposely
Tim
excluded
Allen?
the Shaggy Dog because I figured that
Oh, forgot about that too.
nobody would get that because it's not so well known.
Why'd you pick Tim Allen?
'Cause
Of all
I-
the actors,
I
like
just
he
love Tim Allen.
is.
Those actually,
No.
I've at least knew all the movies, even if
Yeah.
I didn't get them right.
I don't know that one. I've never heard of it.
It's an
It's
older
an
one.
older one.
He has a son that has been raised like in the
In
jungle,
the jungle, yeah.
so he's if
It's like
Mowgli or Tarzan like in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's jungle to jungle because he's
Like
going
the
from
concrete
jungle
jungle.
to the
Interesting.
yeah. It's
Maybe I have seen it. I don't know. Kind of sounds familiar.
Steve Carell.
100.
You know what? I respect women. I love women. I respect them so much that I completely stay away from them.
Beep.
That's the 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
I can't remember the name.
Andy.
200.
Hey, Ron. I'm
Beep.
riding a furry tractor.
Anchorman Brick.
He's riding a bear. What a guy.
Brick
I like
killed a
when he's
guy.
like, has the pitchfork or whatever. He's like, Brick, where'd you get the pitchfork?
You should probably lay low for a while.
I killed a man with a trident. It's
Oh,
like my heart
sorry.
is a tooth, and it's got a cavity that can only be filled with children.
Oh. Is this like one of his serious movies? Because there's that one that I think of, and I don't know the name of it.
Not serious.
Where he's got kids and whatever. Repeat that?
If I had a goofy accent, I would use it. It's like my heart is a tooth, and it's got a cavity that can only be filled with children. If I had a goofy accent, I would use it.
That still doesn't help.
It's a cartoon.
Oh, geez, I don't know. A cartoon that.
I can't
mean,
think of
I'm
it.
sure he's.
Despicable Me.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Gru.
Oh, yeah, he
Hi.
is Gru. Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Vincent van Gogh. Everyone said to him, "You can't be a great painter. You only have
Oh.
one ear."
Ah.
And you know what he said? "I can't hear you."
That is Dinner for Schmucks.
Yeah.
And he is Barry.
Uh-huh.
I was actually going to ask if that was going to be on there again since it was also on there. With,
I know. But
Yeah, you said there's no repeats. That's repeat.
Ron Burgundy was on there twice. I said there's
Oh,
no,
yeah.
That's
like,
true.
I didn't use,
Oh,
like, with it for the
within
same actor.
person. That makes sense.
okay. I gotcha. There's one that I'm
That was
thinking
too
of.
inspirational
Oh.
of a quote for me to not include. I can't hear you.
I was actually thinking that that was another movie, but I'm not going to say it out loud because it might be one of the ones coming up. Which is just one more, right?
Yeah, this one's hard. I tried to pick hard ones for 500, as it
Then
should
maybe
be.
this isn't that.
Is that your default setting? Do you just punch people in the face willy-nilly? It's Tuesday. I'll punch Max in the face. Oh, a box of kittens. Time to punch Max in the face. Oh, I'm having some bread. Time to punch Max in the face.
Oh, this is the one that I was kind of thinking of, the serious one.
Oh.
Where he... Oh, I can't think of it. The name of it. But he's got the wife and kids. And it's more serious role for him. And the wife, I think they get divorced. She has a boyfriend then that's young, and that's who he wants to punch in the face, I think. Am I right?
No.
No. The only other one I could think of was Bruce Almighty.
I did look at some
That's not
Evan
that.
Almighty
I was going
quotes.
to say Evan Almighty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark and go Life with Dan.
No, but I also looked at that one. This is Maxwell Smart from Get Smart, where he's the spy movie, and it's him
I
and
never saw that.
him and Anne Hathaway in The Rock. It's so funny.
What's the one I'm trying to think of?
Get
His serious
Get
role.
Smart was an old like spy movie or TV show or something.
And I think Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds, I get them mixed up, was the boyfriend
I don't
of
know.
the wife.
I have no idea.
But that wraps it up, folks. Team De Heck, 2,700. Team Better Looking Than De Heck, 1,400.
Wait, what?
You lost, dear.
I lost. 700?
1,400 to 2,700.
Oh. Yeah, I knew I was going to lose. I was way behind.
Think
Dan
about
in
it.
real life.
I thought that you'd do well
Oh.
because
If you didn't pick Tim Allen and Paul Rudd,
you're a movie fiend. You know
I
way more
am,
about
but
movies
not-
than me.
Paul Rudd and Tim Allen.
Okay, Tim Allen.
Those weren't great picks. I like them as actors, but they weren't great picks for like this sort of thing.
Buzz Lightyear, and then a bunch of Christmas movies.
Like, I would have thought Jim Carrey would have been a good one.
Thought
He's got
about
a lot of movies. Will Smith, Kevin James, like any of those would have been. Kevin Hart, The Rock. I don't know.
Kevin Hart's not in that many movies because I looked at Kevin Hart and I didn't have a ton of options.
And again, I don't. The problem is some of them don't have like.
Meaningful
Yeah.
lines.
That's true.
I don't know.
But anyway, I spent a long time on that game, and
Good
now
job.
I have
It
to
was fun.
retire because Katy didn't like
Good
Tim
job.
Allen.
It was fun. I liked it.
Or Paul Rudd, but
I love Paul Rudd movies. I feel like they're always on TV, and I always watch them.
I'm gonna try and find I Love You Man. I think that's what I'm watching
That
tonight.
would be a good one. Well, that's a thing that we did. And maybe maybe that would have been his game. Maybe he'd have really.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
let's
he
find
probably
out.
would have done well at that.
I
Those
think
were
he
all like
probably would've.
movies that I feel like we've all seen.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I like to
think
have
so.
an even playing field. But, alas, Tyler continues to kick ass at all of the games I create
Man, it feels good.
to compensate for his fantasy football
I've
performance.
only lost at. I think I lost at the one you made, Katie.
The
Did Jake win that one?
the movie. It was a movie one, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty much all I want is for
I
someone to
think I
make
did too.
a music lyric game and then come on and host it so I can play. That's all I want is just to play a music lyric game.
If someone wants to make it, I can host it.
In season 2, we're going to do that.
Oh, I did make
Gotta
two,
get-
but I was only on for one.
Stump the
Yeah.
Schwab.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
That was a fun show.
Good times. Well, Katie, thanks for coming.
Oh, sure.
What a season finale.
God,
So great.
it's just
So
nice
happy to be
just
here.
to wrap it up all nicely with a bow. So important stuff, hecklers. Make a game, a good game. If it bonus points from me if it involves musical lyrics. Oh, speaking of music lyrics, I saw something that I had to bring up tonight. It was a Nick Foles interview after the Bear game. And he was talking about somebody played a Meek Mill song in the locker room after the game. And Nick Foles, who, if you're not familiar, is like the whitest, nerdiest, like just, he like literally is like the Napoleon Dynamite of the NFL.
Okay. Like plays.
Yeah, he's a quarterback for the
Oh.
Bears. And he's like, yeah, you know, it got the juices flowing. Got me a little fired up. Reminded me of my time in Philly, I got to tell you. So I had to get up and dance a little bit. Normally I'm more of like a country or Christian rap guy, but
Christian rap.
yeah, I was like, sorry, what? What's Christian rap? It was like the dirtiest, whitest answer of all time.
Interesting.
Normally I like country or Christian rap, but I had to got the juices flowing. I had to dance to Meek Mill. So then he goes, so shout out Meek. And I was like, stop this. Stop the madness. Oh, so Nick Foles, I'd like to dedicate the season finale to you. I also hope the Bears get a new quarterback. But since that's not going to happen, you know what? Enjoy your week off because, well, not a week off. Just enjoy the next 7 days until you hear season 2 the world premiere. That's going to be big. We'll have to do something big, and by that I mean we'll probably just do more of the same stuff.
Yep. I don't think
Maybe.
there's gonna be much different.
Might be.
Maybe we'll sit in different spots.
We might sit in different
You
spots.
might have a new setup by then.
Wait.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying.
I didn't realize that was happening in a week.
No,
Yikes.
it's not.
I was
Jeepers.
gonna say, good luck.
Maybe. We're rearranging for you podcast listeners out there.
Not that many of you hecklers know what the room
You don't even
looks
know what
like,
the setup is.
but
it's going to be
the
different.
setup could be the setup.
That makes it so different.
Maybe this week I'll mess around with some of my technology things and see if I can figure things out and maybe get some audio clips and music and.
What if you had like call-ins? People call in.
Well, we have a thing. It's great that you brought that up. We can take we can take voice messages.
Can I send the first one?
I would love that. I
Yeah.
posted the link and nobody did it.
Oh, I didn't.
It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Meh.
I was ready to we can include people's messages on the show. It's like you're leaving us a voicemail.
But I guess you should, stage a question then for us to answer.
See, what
'Cause,
I think
how
would
are
be
we
better-
Gonna, what are we going to say?
I
We've
then?
think
staged some questions.
We've staged some questions, but what I think would be better is if people had questions or,
questions
things
they want
for
us to
us
talk
they
about.
want us to talk about, we could dedicate a session or a segment to
answering the
whatever
heckler's
the
questions.
people want.
So it's just going to be you're going to play an audio clip of me saying, what's your guys' favorite activity?
Be like,
and then
Hey
you just
guys,
answer.
this is Katy from Walworth. I was wondering how Collin remains so handsome. And I was
Oh.
like, well,
Or you could call in multiple times with accents and different names.
yeah.
But I'll pose the
Oh.
first question right now. It just popped in my head, and it goes back to something we've talked about.
Uh-huh.
But you can't post, you can't email. It has to be a voice message.
Yeah.
So we'll get that link out to you.
Not that we get any emails, but the
Resend the
email's
link.
closed.
Yeah.
Re-put the link out.
I'll post the link right now.
I want to know the
Have you ever seen
heckler's
the rain?
favorite Seventh Heaven character.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Who
Good one.
on that show?
Seventh heaven, when I see their smiling faces.
seventh heaven.
So good. All right, folks. We'll see you in a week for season 2, but until then, for Katy Cook and Tyler Heck, I'm Collin Frederick. Let's get the heck out of here.